Sleeping problems, melatonin use, is it safe, is it not safe? We're going to discuss all that stuff, mostly towards the end of the video, but we want to try and create a framework or a foundation of understanding so you understand why these things happen in the first place. My name's Dr. Brad Deacon. I'm reaching out to you from Life Lounge Chiropractic and Health Center in Burlington, Ontario. Now, we're going to talk about a little bit of neurology, very, very quickly, very easy, understandable, comprehensible information, but we're also going to talk about solutions to help this. That's what most people are interested in, solutions. They don't want to know why it happens, they want solutions. But we're going to talk about both. So the first thing that we need to understand is that the pineal gland is a part of your brain that produces a chemical called melatonin. Melatonin is a chemical that helps regulate your awake and sleep patterns, and it also helps you sleep. So people ask about melatonin, is it safe? Generally speaking, melatonin from a bottle is not safe. Not because it's a different chemical than the one that's produced by your body, but the one that's produced by your body is actually better for you, and here's why. When you're taking an artificial source of melatonin, guess what your pineal gland does? It produces less, and then you take some, and it produces less, and it produces less. So over time, your pineal gland produces less melatonin out of its natural course because you're taking it from a bottle. It may help you or your child sleep, but it's not helpful in the long run. You know what that's called? It's called a drug dependence. We don't want that. Even though it's naturally produced by your brain, we do not want you dependent on something from outside of your body. That's called being a drug addict. What we want to do is help your brain stimulate more melatonin production. So stop taking it. We're going to give you some solutions right now to help you sleep. Do not have screen time within a half an hour of bed, because you have to realize that that smartphone, that laptop, that iPad or tablet, that desktop computer or the television, it's flickering at sometimes hundreds of times per second. Guess what that does? It hyperactivates your brain and gets it thinking, and it's not allowing your brain to relax and prepare for sleep. But also, there's light and sound coming from that screen. So what happens is when you have more light into your eyes through nerves signal your pineal gland to decrease melatonin production. So we want you to get into a dark room, into dark quarters, to help start to increase your melatonin production by your pineal gland. So get in a dark room and do not watch the news. Do not get active on screens before bed. It's really, really bad idea. Okay, another thing, we want to make sure you do not have alcohol before you sleep. 1 or 2 drinks might help you get to sleep, but, of course, that's not a good habit, but also, alcohol does not produce quality sleep because it's actually, in small amounts, it's actually an excitatory chemical. That's not what we want when we're trying to reduce activity and reduce metabolism. Okay, so we also want to make sure that you create a to-do list for the next day. Write it down on a piece of paper so you don't have to keep thinking about it all night long in your brain. That's just good planning. That's helpful for everyone. Also, exercise. If you're going to exercise 2 to 3 hours before you're getting ready to sleep, because we don't want your metabolism up high when we're trying to reduce your metabolism during sleep. Okay, another thing, big meals. Do not have big meals at night, no matter how hungry you are. Have easy to digest meals. Salad. Cut down on your protein because it takes a lot of time and a lot of energy to move that food around in your stomach. We want easy to digest things and not very big volumes. Okay, so do not have a big meal before dinner. Have it 2 to 3 hours before you fall asleep, and make sure you're not having a lot of protein for dinner. Another thing we want to do is we want to make sure your caffeine intake is very, very low. Anytime after 3 in the afternoon. The reason is 8 hours is the half-life of caffeine. So you take in some caffeine, half of it is still in your body 8 hours later. So caffeine really after 1 o'clock in the afternoon is not a really good idea. Sugar intake. Sugar increases your metabolism. Not good. We want to decrease your metabolism, getting closer to sleep. So don't have dessert, right? You might love it, that chocolate cake, or that cupcake might be fantastic. That mug of hot chocolate might taste good, it might feel soothing and relaxing, but guess what? It's got sugar, and the cocoa inside it, the chocolate inside it, it's got caffeine as well. So we want to make sure we cut down chemicals, cut down food, cut down light, and cut down sensory neural information. Now, what does this have to do with chiropractic care? Those are all just great life strategies, but the pineal gland gets a lot of its innervation from one area of the spine. It's called the sympathetic nervous system. It's basically the C7, T1 area down to about T8. So what we found is immobility, misalignment, and subluxations, nerve irritation in this area can actually induce sleeping problems. Your pineal gland is basically right around here, just above your brainstem. So if the brainstem and the top 2 to 3 vertebrae are not moving well, guess what? You're going to have sleeping problems. That's why chiropractors are great at helping people with sleeping problems. We don't suggest drugs. We don't suggest nutritional supplements. It's life changes, and it's proper sensory signals from your nervous system. That's what chiropractors do. We help regulate how your nervous system, specifically your central nervous system, how it functions. You have a better functioning nervous system, you have a better life. My name's Dr. Brad Deacon. Please share this video. Liking it is great, we appreciate it, but please consider clicking the share button. If you'd like to come and see us to help us help you, please reach out to us. Our email address is info@thelifelounge.ca. You can also look us up on the internet, www.thelifelounge.ca. Thank you.